So what have we learned yesterday and day before? It was about answering the questions in part 1, answering the questions in part 2. So part 1 basically is answering the question and giving the reason behind that. So that makes it a very simple answer, an acceptable form of answer. For example, imagine if the examiner asks you certain thing like, do you prefer writing or typing? So what are you going to say? If you say typing, it's just a one word, so you're not giving the examiner a proper chance to evaluate your pronunciation, your fluency, your grammar. So it's better to say, I mostly prefer typing because I find writing to be a bit boring. It's okay, boring बोल सकते हैं आप, challenging बोल सकते हैं. It's okay. It's your view, right? Still okay, right? This should be the minimum length of answer. You're answering the question in a sentence. I prefer typing because I find writing to be a bit boring, and it also requires, what does writing require? Paper and a pencil or a pen. Whereas typing is much more convenient because it also has the support of autocorrect, so that I don't need to worry about the wrong spellings. That should be a very basic answer. Imagine if there are two students, student A and student B. This was the student A's answer. Student B will answer the question. He will say, "Do you prefer writing or typing?" I actually so many pauses, repetitions. I. This is repetition. So one should refrain from repetitions. Do not repeat the same word over and over again. That's going to drop your score. Okay. So it's very important for any student to be aware about that. Repetition. Okay. Fluency, it's good. Okay. Nothing to worry. But candidate B also has a problem with fluency, and he doesn't have proper command on his language. So he's likely to get a lesser score compared to candidate A. These are the very important things for speaking. In addition, one more new question which few students ask is idiomatic expressions. मतलब idiomatic expressions का मतलब ये होता है, there are certain expressions in English which are used to deliver a message in a different way which does not have the literal meaning. For example, over the moon बोलकर एक है, मैं चांद पर था. So in reality you are not on the moon, but over the moon का मतलब ये होता है कि you are very excited, right? So ऐसे कुछ है idiomatic expressions. Speaking में आप use कर सकते हैं. It's good to use. Even if you don't use, students they still get 7.57, even 8 bands, even without using them. So it's not compulsory to use idiomatic expressions. It's optional. If you use it, it's good. If you don't use, still okay. So कैसे use कर सकते हैं? एक one such idiom is over the moon, right? आप speaking part 2 में use कर सकते हो ये. When only it is relating to a situation when you are very happy or excited. Do not use it in certain situations where they are representing sadness. I was over the moon when my dad gifted me a new motorcycle. That's fine. Okay. और एक है once in a blue moon. ये बहुत common है. Once in a blue moon. So blue moon appears very rarely. Right. So once in a blue moon, something which is done very rarely. Once in every 3 or 4 months, like that. Okay. बहुत कम. So how often do you visit your grandparents? Well, I visit them once in a blue moon because, again, reason are right. Because I'm very busy with my work or studies, right? And I hardly get time to, go to their village. अब यहाँ पर वो village में रहते, वो लोग metropolitan city में रहते. Examiner has nothing to do with that, right? Very simple. Because their village is, very far from my hometown. It's almost around 130 kilometers. So, it's very rarely, right? So something which is taking place very rarely, that is called once in a blue moon, you can say, right? It burned a hole in my pocket. मैं कल जो न्यूज़पेपर की फोटो लिया था उसमें वो भी है, burned a hole in my pocket. मतलब it costed me a lot. आपके पॉकेट में आप पैसे रखते हो, right? Burning a hole in pocket is nothing but it costed you a lot. It burned a hole, past participle, B-U-R-N-E-D, burned a hole in my pocket. So it costed you a lot. इसको कैसे यूज करें? Only refer to the context where it is relating. कैसे? The service of my motorcycle burned a hole in my pocket. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा आपको वो महंगा पड़ा. That is what it is. Okay. So when we proceed with few other questions in speaking, common topics include accommodation, friends. अब ये पर friends की जगह अगर आप आया तो आपको vocabulary use करने का एक smarter तरीका भी मैं बोलूँगा. Right. For instance, if the examiner asks you, do you have a lot of friends? Do you have a lot of friends or many friends, whatever? आप क्या बोलेंगे? यस बोलकर रुक तो नहीं सकते. द वर्स्ट थिंग अ स्टूडेंट कैन डू इज जस्ट सेइंग यस एंड स्टॉपिंग. नेवर गिव वन वर्ड और टू वर्ड आंसर्स. इट शुड बी इन एटलीस्ट टू, minimum two, minimum 3 to 4 sentences is even better. So, do you have a lot of friends? Yes, as I'm an extrovert, I do have a lot of friends, and one of my best friends is, or my best friend, not one of. एक best friend तो एक ही होता है. Right? My best friend is so and so, and usually we hang out during the weekends. ऐसा, it's a basic answer. ऐसे learners जो होते हैं ना, they learn in this way. Okay, so अब इंट्रोवर्ट का मतलब क्या होता है? इंट्रोवर्ट का मतलब वेरी शाई एंड काम पर्सन. सो आप कुछ भी बोलो, एग्जामिनर इज नॉट गोइंग टू बॉदर अबाउट दैट, लेकिन प्रॉपर आंसर आपको देना है. राइट, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग इन बीइंग एन इंट्रोवर्ट. राइट, दैट इज हाउ इट इज. ओके, सो when we proceed further with part 2 questions, right? So the first thing which you need to do in a part 2 question is look at the question and recognize the tense, because in your IELTS speaking, numerous questions relating to part 2, they are related to past tenses, right? अक्सर ज्यादा over 70% of the questions are related to past tense. अब यहाँ पर कभी कभार slip of the tongue भी होता है स्टूडेंट्स को. एक वर्ड बोलने जाके दूसरा वर्ड बोल देते हैं. एक्सेप्टेड. मैं भी एक दो बार हुआ मेरे को स्लिप ऑफ द टंग. इट हैपेंस विद मी. सो उसमें कोई परेशानी की बात नहीं है, बिकॉज स्लिप ऑफ द टंग भी एग्जामिनर जब देखते हैं तो दे अंडरस्टैंड कि ये लड़के को हुआ है, बट इट शुड नॉट हैपन टू ऑफन. और एक टू ऑफन की जगह कई बच्चे ऑफनली बोलते हैं. ऑफनली आपको कभी भी नहीं बोलना है. मोर ऑफन, लेस ऑफन, इट्स गुड. टू ऑफन भी आप बोल सकते हैं, ऑफनली कभी भी नहीं बोलना है. और एक जो गलती बच्चे अक्सर करते हैं, मैं वारंगल और हैदराबाद में देखता हूँ, राइट, अक्सर स्टूडेंट्स दे मेक दिस मिस्टेक. चिल्ड्रंस बोल देते हैं. देखिए, चिल्ड्रन इज द राइट वर्ड. चिल्ड्रंस कभी भी हमको नहीं बोलना है. पीपल्स बोलते हैं. पीपल्स, इट्स द रॉन्ग वर्ड. राइट, पीपल. राइट, दैट इज व्हाट इट इज. Now, one more question which students frequently ask is, sir, do I need to have American pronunciation or British accent? Not needed. आपको typical Indian speaking से ही कई students 8 लाए. Recently we had a couple of, not couple, 3 students who scored 8 bands in their speaking with proper Indian accent. हाँ, लेकिन their English and vocabulary was very strong, right? So they got such a good score. Okay. So another important thing is to look at the end of part 2, because in your part 1 you are listening the question. You आप सुनकर आप आंसर कर रहे हो. पार्ट 2 में आप सुनोगे नहीं क्वेश्चन को, बल्कि आप देखोगे. राइट, सो व्हेन यू लुक एट दैट स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन, you should be able to recognize the tense, right? And there will be one main question and it will be having 3 question prompts. मतलब सब questions भी बोलते हैं. What are sub questions? In simple term, for example, if I say that talk about your favorite animal, it's a very basic question. अब ये tense से related है क्या? In general, do you like that animal? What is your favorite animal? What is it? When and where you first saw it? अब ये past को जा रहा है. Right? So I saw it at Nehru Zoological Park when I was almost 8 years old. ऐसा आप बोल सकते. What is special about this animal? And explain why. Explain का मतलब आपको explanation देना है कि why you like this animal. Right? So आप talk को कैसे start करोगे? First, when you look at the cue card, the examiner is also going to give you a piece of paper. They'll also give you a pen or a pencil to prepare some notes. So हमको क्या करना है, क्योंकि जैसे ही आ जाता है, right, हमको थोड़ा notes बना लेना जरूरी है. Right? So what notes can be used? Right? What is your favorite animal? Any animal, right? Don't worry. But it's better to target that animal which you have some idea about. Okay. जिस जानवर के बारे में आपको थोड़ा आइडिया है, वो जानवर को टारगेट करना. Which one can it be? आप ये बोल सकते हो डॉग्स में कई ब्रीड्स होते हैं, राइट? आप रॉटवेलर बोल सकते हो, राइट? अब रॉटवेलर की स्पेलिंग डोंट वरी, बिकॉज यू आर नॉट राइटिंग इट हियर. कुछ ROTWEILER कुछ है. Okay, it's one of the most aggressive dogs, right? इससे रिलेटेड आपको वोकैबुलरी भी यूज करना, राइट? इट इज रिनाउंड. रिनाउंड का मतलब होता है वेल नोन, फेमस, पॉपुलर फॉर सो एंड सो थिंग. सो ऐसे आपको पॉइंट्स थोड़े बना लेना है, राइट? एंड देन अब यहाँ पर when you start your talk, you should never write down the complete talk. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स क्या कहते हैं, 1 मिनट में सेंटेंसेस लिखना शुरू करते हैं. My favorite animal is वो. That is the biggest mistake because you have only 1 minute. You have to make the complete talk. So start कैसे करना है talk? And ये points of today I'm going to talk about an animal which I really like. I really adore भी बोल सकते हैं. Adore का मतलब पसंद करना कोई चीज, like करना, love करना, right? So it's a prominent breed of dog, right? Domesticating. Domesticate का मतलब पालने को बोलते हैं, right? Of dog, known as Rottweiler, right? Well, I first saw this dog during my visit to a dog exhibition, which was held in Warangal. ऐसी कुछ भी आप आपकी मर्जी. Examiner is not bothered. ये वारंगल में हुआ या चेन्नई में हुआ या हैदराबाद में हुआ. आपको प्रॉपरली झूठ रहा कोई बात, बट when you're choosing your topic of interest is ensuring that you are talking more about that, है ना? So और क्या बोल सकते हो आप? डॉग्स एग्रेसिव होते हैं एंड साइंटिस्ट डॉग्स को स्टडी भी करते हैं, राइट? साइंटिस्ट हैव परफॉर्म्ड, क्या परफॉर्म करते साइंटिस्ट? एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ऑन दिस डॉग, राइट? एंड केम टू नो दैट two Rottweiler dogs can even defend a tiger like this. मतलब उसकी आप तारीफ कर रहे हैं, right? And explain why you like. Okay, जो भी points है आप बोलने के बाद, right? When you explain why you like this dog, you're going to talk. अब यहाँ पर the question is asking why you like this dog. Give an explanation. So you're definitely going to mention about the points which are in favor of that Rottweiler dog. So, well, there are numerous reasons why I love this dog. अब love भी बोलना कोई बात नहीं. The first thing is that its size. It's just massive. अब ये word related है या नहीं? Massive. Massive का मतलब होता है बड़ा, right? Size में बड़ा, right? Another reason. अब यहाँ पर firstly, secondly, thirdly नहीं बोलना है, okay? एक एक sentence को लेकर आप जितना हो सके elaborate करना है, right? You know, it's almost as big as, you know, a cub. और जुवेनाइल टाइगर भी बोल सकते हैं आप. जुवेनाइल टाइगर का मतलब एक यंग टाइगर. देखिए, फुली ग्रोन अप टाइगर अलग होता है, जुवेनाइल टाइगर अलग होता है. जैसा टीनेज बोलते हैं ना, 17-16 साल के लोगों को जुवेनाइल्स बोलते हैं, JUVENILE, राइट? सो आप वो एक पॉइंट बोल सकते हो. उसके साथ साथ एडिशनली व्हेन यू आर एडिंग इंफॉर्मेशन, यूज अ लिंकिंग वर्ड. एडिशनली it's renowned for defending burglars. I mean, wherever you see a Rottweiler dog, burglars are never going to target that specific house. ऐसे. और एक पॉइंट आप क्या बोल सकते हो? It's very friendly with a very, एक दो बार यूज करे कोई बात नहीं, बट बार बार वेरी 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 आपको हमेशा यूज नहीं करना है वो. It's very friendly with human and believed to be one of the best companions. Companions का मतलब जो साथ में रहता है, राइट, हमेशा, राइट? That is how you need to answer. चलिए शुरुआत में थोड़ा टाइम कम बात करेंगे, कोई बात नहीं, बट धीरे धीरे you have to elaborate that specific talk. Okay, so it's very important for students to know about the reality of part. Now part 3, जो part 2 में पूछे जाते हैं उससे रिलेटेड part 3 में एग्जामिनर पूछेगा, right? Imagine if the question is related to animal. Part 3 questions are definitely going to be related to animals, but after part 2 the examiner is going to ask you 2 rounding off questions. नहीं रहता part 3 में नहीं. So यहाँ पर logically in part 1 and after part 2 there are 2 rounding off questions, and in part 3 you are going to listen, hear the questions from the examiner. सुनकर आप बोलोगे, right? But here in part 2 you are just going to look at that printed question. So what types of questions will the examiners ask me in part 3? See, part 3 is very different from part 1. Many students think that part 1 and part 3 both are same. No, part 3 of your speaking is a two-way detailed discussion. लेकिन part 2 के बाद वो लोग 2 questions पूछेंगे. What are they going to be? In the simple way, do you think animals should be protected? Definitely yes. अब इसको आपका इंटरेस्ट भी आपको दिखाना है एग्जामिनर को. ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ यस बोल कर दे. Definitely be active in the, be involved, right, in the conversation. Yes, definitely they should be protected because the ecological system is going to be get disturbed if there are no animals. Basic answer है, right? Now, और एक कुछ शायद क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता है एग्जामिनर एनिमल के बारे में, लेकिन पार्ट 3 will be about mostly about animals, right? what are some common animals that are found in your country? Country specific questions कभी कभार part 3 में भी आते हैं. So India, being one of the most renowned countries for having dogs, right? There are different variety of dogs which are found here. In addition, people also like when it comes to domesticating का मतलब पालना, right? Domesticating animals mostly, you can see dogs, cats, and rabbits. But when you focus on the wild, India also has numerous leopards, white Bengal tigers, and कुछ और animals, deers भी बोल सकते हो, right? That should be the answer. Now, other questions can be, थोड़े types of questions होते हैं part 3 में जो examiner आपको पूछेगा. Comparative questions. How have things changed from past until now, right? And you're told to give your opinion on something. Sometimes you're going to evaluate someone's opinion, right? Few people say that animals should not be used. Few people say, मतलब few people बोल रहे हैं कि animals should not be used for experimental purposes. What is your opinion on this? So you are evaluating their opinion. वो ऐसा सोच रहे, what is your opinion? I can say that in many cases, humans can avoid using animals for scientific and research purposes due to the fact that they too, right, have feelings and they too feel the pain. So I think it's better to avoid. But in few cases, it's inevitable. Inevitable का मतलब unavoidable को बोलते हैं. Avoid नहीं कर सकते क्योंकि इंसान पे तो you cannot try it, right? So in few cases, it's inevitable because human lives are even more precious than animals. So in few cases, it is necessary. अब inevitable भी बोले, necessary भी बोले तो आप दो words use नहीं कर रहे एक बार. That is an indication. That itself is an indication that examiner को ये समझ में आएगा कि ये बंदे के पास थोड़ी vocabulary है. Not top level की जरूरत भी नहीं है. Right? So ऐसा. Right? और क्या questions आते हैं? Future based. Right? Animals के extinction के बारे में पूछ सकते हैं. Right? ये future based हो गया. Sometimes, if the examiner feels that you have not answered the question completely, they are going to ask you why not. If you fail to give an example, they might ask you, give example. ये commonly आपको होते हैं IELTS speaking test में. So you just have to be alert with all these things. How many questions will the examiner ask me in part 3 of IELTS speaking? Roughly 11, right? अगर क्रॉस एग्जामिन करना चाहे तो हो सकते हैं 12, 13, 14 तक भी जा सकते हैं because part 3 is logically a bit more lengthier, right? And it is called as a two-way discussion. हम तो उसको detailed discussion बोलते हैं, discussion भी नहीं, okay? Short discussion भी होता है, right? So you have to give right answers which are a bit lengthier, right? And you have to be confident. Many students tend to lose their confidence when the examiners cross question them, stop and interrupt them. You should be optimistic. You should be positive at that specific point of time. Right? डरना नहीं है आप. वो लोग करते हैं cross question, right? You don't need to worry much about that. Okay. So similarly, imagine if part 2 question was related to fashionable person whom you know. Like talk about a fashionable person whom you know. Who is he or she? What this person does? Why this person is fashionable? And explain so and so. Part 3 questions will be about fashion. Right? The core topic will be fashion. Do you think more number of people will follow fashion in the future? Definitely yes, because fashion, since its inception का मतलब इसकी beginning, right? Fashion has always been preferred by the masses people को बोलते हैं, right? And in my opinion, yeah, it will still go on evolving, right? Because everyone wants to look special. So one way to look special and feel special is also by being fashionable, because it usually अलग करते लोगों को. मतलब if one is very fashionable, it's going to distinguish them. Distinguish का मतलब differentiate, तो लोग को अलग करते, distinguish them from others. So I believe it's definitely going to continue, and more number of people are going to be fashionable, right? And what role does technology play? ये ऐसी कुछ आया था, if I remember. What is the role of technology in making people to be fashionable? रोल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी का मतलब आप जाहिर सी बात है एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स के बारे में बोल सकते हो. एड्स होते हैं, सोशल मीडिया एप्लीकेशंस के बारे में बोल सकते हो, इंस्टाग्राम, यू सी सो मेनी फैशन इन्फ्लुएंसर्स देयर, राइट, यूट्यूब, ऑल दिस थिंग्स, ओके, व्हिच परसुएट का मतलब होता है लोगों को एनकरेज कर रहे हो लोग फैशनेबल अटायर्स, ट्रेंडी अटायर्स पहनने के लिए, दिस इज व्हाट इट इज. सो यू शुड बी अलर्ट एंड हीडफुल दैट जब भी आपको पार्ट 2 का क्वेश्चन आएगा, you will also get those related questions in part 3, right? So that's it. Okay, that's it for today. We'll continue with your speaking test. All right, so thank you for watching this video, and if you have liked this video, do subscribe to my channel and show some love in the form of likes and comments. So yeah, God bless you. Take care.